Welcome to the Practical Growth Podcast. I'm your host, E.B. Johnson, top writer on Medium.com, published author, and master practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming. You've landed on the podcast that takes you on a journey into the heart of relationships and self-discovery. This is a must listen for those who are ready to overcome their toxic relationships and their toxic patterns. You can expect real talk, practical guidance, and raw and relatable guests that you'll be talking about for weeks. Let's get into it. Hello, and welcome back to the Practical Growth Podcast. It is me, your favorite host, EB. Also your favorite TikTok educator, your favorite Medium writer and coach, all the above. And woohoo, it's going to be a doozy of an episode today. I know I say that a lot, but this is not an episode that you've ever heard before. I know that some of you won't listen to me anymore after this episode, and that's okay too. It is what it is. There's, no advertising for coaching or any of that stuff today. If you've applied for my coaching, then you can expect a response by December 15th. We've replied to almost everybody, but we've just had another kind of surge of applications. So if you are successful in those applications, you will hear from us by December 15th. Hear from me by December 15th. If you don't, then you can assume that for now your application was unsuccessful and you can try and apply again in the new year. But for everybody else, we're just going to get into it. We're just going to do this episode. Like I said, it's going to be short and sweet. It's going to be brutal. And it's been on my heart for a long time and it's got to be said. So here it goes. You've probably guessed already from the title of this episode, but I'm burned out. I am completely and totally burned out. I know I'm not the only person, right? This is a tough time of year, but I'm burned out. And I'm saying that to you out of transparency, because one thing I've always said is I somehow got put into this kind of role as a content creator for people and a coach. I've always said I'm going to be transparent. I don't ever want to be one of those bullshit people who sit on Instagram and post all their beach pictures and all their shopping and dinner pictures and their fancy romance pictures and, brag about how perfect their life is and how everything's just great. And they've done all the things now and their life is perfect. And don't you just want their perfect life? No one has that. No one has that. Even if they have those experiences, they have those things. Sorry, you're probably going to hear my dog snoring in this episode. I'm sitting in my living room recording this. There's like an episode of Housewives playing in the background. I've always promised transparency. I don't want to be those people and to sell you something fake, because I exist in a space with people just like me, people with PTSD, CPTSD, who've grown up being abused by people with personality disorders. Maybe you've taken on some of the traits of those personality disorders. You're trying to reprogram yourself. We've all been sold a lot of shit over the years, and that shit specifically is that if you just do this 5-step program, or you read the right number of books, or you go to the right number of therapy sessions, it will all be done, it will all be fixed, it will all be magic, it will all be healed. Your life will never be a struggle again. There will never be anything negative in your life ever again. And that's crap. That's not true. That's not true. Myself, my brain's been damaged by the amount of trauma I've experienced over my life. My body's also been damaged. I have chronic illness. I have endometriosis and probably a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm not even going to fight with doctors anymore to try to get diagnosed with. I'm just not going to do it. We, as survivors of what we've come from, survivors, not victims, survivors, we're damaged. Okay? And it's that damage, it's like the Japanese practice when something's broken and you repair it with gold, right? It's better. It's beautiful. It might even be more valuable, but it's still broken. The damage is still there. You can still see where the damage happened. And that's basically how it is for us. For the rest of my life, I will have to reconcile with the fact that my brain has been changed. Chemistry within it's been changed. The geography of it has been changed. My body has been changed. My beliefs, my thoughts, the way I feel and function, my nervous system, it's all been changed. It's all been changed. And there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. So for the rest of my life, I'm going to have to be more gentle with myself. And that's what I have to do right now. That's ultimately what I'm doing right now with this podcast. I'm completely burned out. I have one person that helps me with my coaching organization. But other than that, I do everything, all of this stuff that you see, all of the stuff that you see of me online, all the books, the videos, articles, whatever it is. I do that. I've had some help with covers and things from my partner, but I do everything by myself. I do all the social media, all the TikToks, all the YouTubes, all the Instagrams, all the Twitters. Since before the pandemic, since a year before the pandemic, I've been posting, 2,000, 3,000 word articles almost every single day since 2019 on medium.com. I have to spend hundreds of hours in research to be able to write the things that I write, to say the things that I say. I have to take CPD courses. Constantly, I have to be in these online courses to make sure that I am on the front edge of what's going on in psychology and human behavior so that I can give the absolute best information to my clients and to my readers and to my viewers. And I've been doing this now for years. When people were getting, 6 months to a year off on furlough over here in the UK, I was just working the whole time. I was like spending 7 to 8 hours a day just writing, researching, writing courses, writing courses, writing. And I'm tired. I'm so tired. This is such a bad time of the year for me anyway, but I've been doing this now consistently for years, and I'm burned out. I'm exhausted. It took everything inside of me to sit down and record this podcast today. I finally just had to just throw stuff down on my living room floor and say, screw it. I'm just going to tell them the truth. Because I need a break. I spend a lot of my time emotionally supporting people. And to do that, I have to exist online. And that comes with a lot of anxiety for me and a lot of negativity and a lot of constant mental and emotional combat just to defend the fact that I'm trying to help people. That's all I'm trying to do. I don't charge people, I don't charge people $5,000, $10,000 to work with me. I've got options for people. I've created accessible options for people because I know what it's like to not be able to afford stuff. And that means, I have to work twice as hard as a feminine attractions coach who doesn't have to do any kind of certifications or research and charges, $50,000 for a masterclass that people will pay. I can't do that. I exist in a different space and I'm fine with that. I'm very grateful for everyone. I'm so grateful for my clients, my readers, my viewers, my followers, but I'm tired. I'm so tired. And I'm burned out. And if I didn't tell you the truth about that, I'd be lying to you. I'd be lying. Absolutely lying. And what's worse, if I just keep charging ahead, if I just keep barreling through and sitting down and kikiing with you on a podcast every week, or in, multiple videos a day on TikTok, or articles every single day without stop on Medium, I can't be my best help to you because I'm exhausted. I'm drained. My battery is empty. I've poured it out into everybody else. And now I've come to a point. My body's breaking down. I'm sitting here. Yesterday, I was stuck on the couch, trying to fight off vertigo because the muscles in my neck and head are locked up from typing too long, too much, sitting on calls and videos, and tense and stressed and exhausted because I go to bed at between 2 and 4 and I get up at 7 or 8. So, in the name of transparency, I'm being totally transparent with you. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, but for now, I need a break. I just need a break over Christmas and New Year. I need a break. I've got to start cutting the things that are easiest to cut. And for now, just for the next couple of weeks, this podcast is going to be a part of that. It's very hard for me to do. I have to write these things, and then I have to record them, and then I have to promote them, and then I have to upload them and edit them. And there's just so much. This itself is a job. So I just need a little bit of a break, and I'm hoping that you're gracious enough to understand. You don't have to. If you want, you have every right to say, wow, what a whiny little bitch, first world problems, whatever it is, that's fine. That's fair. That's valid. This is not for sympathy. I'm not trying to get sympathy. I'm just trying to genuinely just lay it all out on the table for you, be totally transparent, and beg for mercy a little bit to just let me be offline for, a few weeks, because it's a lot. It's a lot. This isn't, I'm not someone doing like an outfit of the day check. That's very different from what I do, where I have to dredge up my childhood trauma every single day that I do this work. And then I have to be strong to help other people confront theirs. So I'm hoping that, this transparency is a good thing, I guess, and that when I come back to the podcast in January, when I come back, doing everything, doing full thing, doing my group coaching, doing, I'm launching a new book club. There's lots of stuff that's going to be happening. I hope that you're going to be there for it. And I hope that by sharing this, it like hits somebody else who's in this place, somebody who is burning the candle at both ends in their own way, who's maybe overloaded themselves, who is stressed to the max, who's just feeling like, I'm going to fall apart, who's like white knuckling, Sandra Bullock gravity back to the ground. I hope that this hits one of them and they will just also stop. Just stop. We can't do it. We're not meant to do it all. We can't do it all. We're not gods. We're not immortal. There's no deityism about it. We are human. Most of us are ill and damaged, and we have a finite battery, and we've got to honor and respect our bodies, or they're going to give out on us. And the same with our minds, mental and emotional. So if you're listening to this, there's no solution. I'm not giving you any magic fix other than listen to your body, listen to your mind. If it's enough, it's enough. Give yourself a break. Give yourself a break, because that's half of fixing burnout is doing nothing. It's giving yourself a break. So on that note, happy holidays. I hope everyone has a really great winter break. I hope that you're making it through. I hope that you're taking time for yourself. And if you're not going through this kind of burnout, or you're not dealing with cyclic trauma, then I hope, I pray, I wish, I imagine that you are taking this as a cautionary tale and making space for yourself right now so that you don't end up in the same place. So to everyone else, I'll be back in a few weeks with lots of great new content, new episodes. I've got some really good interviews. I know you guys have been wanting the interviews, and because I've been so burned out, because I've been so exhausted, I can't even organize any of the interviews. So all my interviewees, really excited. Can't wait to talk to you over the break and in the new year. You guys are going to love the episodes. I have so many great minds who are going to come on and talk about some really incredible things. So make sure, you're back for that. Make sure you're following me on Apple, follow me on Spotify. Spotify especially is really good about sending those notifications once I've uploaded a new episode or I've done anything. So get yourself on Spotify, get yourself on Apple Podcasts. You can listen to me on Google as well. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on TikTok, follow me on Medium. I'll keep my Medium stories going over the break. So if you really need updates, you've really got big questions, you really need big fixes, go to TikTok, go to Medium. I'll still be posting things there. But for now, for the podcast, just for the next few weeks, it's going to be ta-ta for now. So catch up on the old episodes. There's lots of goodies in that. Thank you so much for all the sharing that you guys have done. Spotify Wrapped was mind-blowing. You're all really, really the best, and I'm so grateful for you all and where you've brought me. There's still a lot of really good things to come. So stay tuned, and I'll be back with you in a few weeks. Keep your heads up, keep moving forward, keep your eyes on the stars. Till next time, bye-bye.